This week on The Rock, we listen to Taylor Swift's new album, we talk to Gonzaga's newest runner, Jessica Frydenland, and lastly, we check in with the Avid class. All this and more, now.
13 strong, we are The Rock. We'll make the show until we drop. We'll bring you music, we won't tell you lies. Please watch The Rock or we will cry. It's made for students just like you. You're gonna wanna see what we do this week on The Rock. 3, 2, 1, we're live.
Welcome back to The Rock AHS. I'm Owen Hoffheimer.
And I'm Brandon McEmoyle. And we have a great show lined up for you today.
Hey Brandon, have you listened to the new Taylor Swift album yet?
No, I haven't. Is it good?
Well, Thurston Young and Kayla Strandberg try to answer that question in this next segment.
11-time Grammy winner and pop icon Taylor Swift came out with a new album, Midnights, last month. It broke records, holding all top 10 spots on Billboard. Yet there's resistance to these ratings. People have called it dull and say it will put you to sleep. Today, The Rock interviews Jacob Smith, longtime Swiftie, hoping to find out the lore behind this almost cult-like following of Taylor Swift. The new album, Midnights, came out about a month ago. And would you say this is your favorite album?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite album. I think it's kind of a little too soon for me to say it's her best pop album, but I don't think she'll ever be able to make an album greater than Folklore or Red, Taylor's version. Those two are personally just kind of like you said, soundtracks to my life. And yeah, I think she's just a very generational artist. She reaches all generations and all sorts of people. She's crossed through so many different genres, from country to pop to this alternative folk sound that she did, and I think that that's been able to reach so many different people and kind of drag them in.
So Taylor Swift is going on tour again, and when she was selling tickets, Ticketmaster crashed. How did you feel about that? What are your opinions?
Oh, the whole Ticketmaster thing was really frustrating. I think Ticketmaster, the CEO, said that there was 14 million people on Ticketmaster the day of tickets going on sale, and I remember when I was entering the queue with my tickets, I was one of the verified fans who got that pre-sale code and was into the pre-sale, and you didn't have to put the code in immediately to get into the queue, so anybody could get into the queue and sit there for hours and hours, but then it was only a certain amount of people who could get in and get tickets. So that's what set it back and made it last so long, is because you had hundreds of thousands of people waiting in your queue for your show, even though there was only a certain amount who had that code to actually get the tickets. So yeah. So
Midnights has been getting a lot of criticism. Do you think that this criticism is fair or warranted?
Well, I think a lot of the criticism is coming from people who became fans during the Folklore and Evermore eras, when she completely ditched the pop sound and dove into a very indie alternative, almost folk sound, and there was just it was all just very organic, and there wasn't the electronical stuff. The pops and all of that. It was out of the picture, especially going from Lover to Folklore. So I think a lot of those fans who became fans then are the ones who are criticizing this now, because
it's so different.
Yeah, and they're just the whole criticism and all that. It's to each their own. Some people don't listen to this kind of music, and it's okay if it's not for you, but respect the people that do enjoy it.
People might have different opinions of Midnights, but here at The Rock, we love to hear what you have to say. This is Kayla Strandberg with The Rock, signing off.
Maybe I'll listen to that while I'm running.
Speaking of running, our very own state champion and Gonzaga commit, Jessica Frydenland, has been making waves in the running world for quite a while now.
This next segment, made by Grace Johnson and Owen Hoffheimer, will tell you all about her.
And your team champion on the ladies' side for 1B to 2A with a score of 24 points, Anacortes High School.
I really got into cross country when everybody stopped running during COVID, and I started running because I had nothing else to do.
Let's go, Jessica.
I don't remember my 5K time. I think it was 20 something. I have no idea what it was my freshman year. Maybe the slowest was 21 something. That's just a guess, I don't know. And now I run a 17:31 5K. Big improvement.
There she is. Look at those shoes. How good.
I like running because of the feeling of accomplishment after, not during. Like after, if I like hit a goal that I really wanted, then I feel really good about myself after. That I pushed really hard and I got it. I don't have a routine. I just get nervous all day. I'm nervous all day until the meet starts. And then that's when I stop being nervous after. When the gun goes off, I'm just nervous all day. It's actually horrible. Sometimes I don't want to do it every day, but I have to. I'm not very motivated sometimes.
Let's go, Jess! You're gonna fight, let's go!
You just run. That's the answer to every running question. After high school, I'm planning to run at Gonzaga. Just run fast. That's what you do to get noticed. This is the process. You run every day, you get better, you get noticed.
Hey Owen, did you hear the news about Avid?
Well, I know a lot of Avid students were upset this last week.
Well, in this next segment, Wazoo and I went to figure out why.
I mean, I've been an Avid since 8th grade, and just the fact that they're going to get rid of it my senior year is heartbreaking, frankly.
When I found out about it, I felt like all my effort that I initially put into spending all my years in Avid was just kind of going to go to waste.
Avid, which stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, is a college readiness program designed to help students develop the skills they need to be successful in college.
I was looking forward to graduating with the Avid class since I've been with most of the students in that class for quite a few years, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. I think for the entire class as it's going to end.
I was looking forward to getting out of high school with something that would really help me get into a college on my record, and I was hoping it would help me in senior year with my schoolwork.
I think it is pretty unfortunate because the students, they definitely rely on, some of these students rely on the information being provided in Avid as kind of a way to learn how to study, learn how to apply for colleges.
Right now, almost all districts in Washington State are facing budget cuts, and that's going to affect next year and things in the future. And the state provides grants to provide supports to students that are extra supports and extra services and programs, like Avid. And our district is not eligible and does not meet the requirements to get the same amount of funding. That we really want to have student voice and hear from the students, and also plan to be working with our teachers. So we're going to bring in the Avid site teams from the middle school and high school, and we're going to work with them to look at what the future of Avid is. And determine what that looks like. We want to make sure that the student is at the center, the student experience is at the center of that discussion and the decisions. And we want to make sure that we know students, when they started the program, they've committed to being a part of a cohort. And so we want to make sure that whatever decisions we make are going to support the student experience.
The district is still working on an alternative solution to support all Avid students. With some later news, here's the clue for Purple Head this week.
Only a fool wouldn't catch this bank shot of a hint.
That was our show for today.
Any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to email us at therock@asd103.org. And with that,
from our rock to yours, have a great day, AHS.